Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Once again, it has come time to do all of the lifting in the land. In today's episode, I have some tension in my torso, once again, as always. I present to you the most advanced power rack in the world. So again, not quite sure how today is gonna go because I'm a bit beat up, and I did quite a lot of stretching last evening for my hips, trying to get them open. So yeah, we'll just see where we land. Today's agenda is to don't mind, that's the heating system here. Today's agenda is to press. So I will be doing floor presses, and then I'll shift into an overhead Z press. So I don't have to move any of the weights, and I'll just try and work with what we have here. So I don't have to move things and so forth. But yeah, I think that's really the plan for today. Let me try and work some kind of a decent frame here. Let's take this computer out. There we go. Then this is such a professional setup here. So yeah, if I'm starting to feel off at some point, I'll just call it a day, but we'll try and make this work. Actually, my abs are quite sore. I did a lot of foot bag yesterday, so got my cardio in and apparently got my stabilizing abs going as well. And I had a back workout prior to that, the day before that, so my back is a bit sore, but not bad. But yeah, the stretching for my hips really made them quite sore, and I think my lower back is a bit sore because of that as well. So I don't know where we're exactly gonna land today, but let's see. There's only one way to find out. Oh my lord. Okay, so this is a bit too high for the floor presses, but it's pretty good for the Z press. So I'm gonna fuck, that's pretty, oh shit, pretty heavy. Feels pretty heavy. Obviously, no warm up whatsoever, so I think the best example of how to do this, but so I'm gonna go ahead and lower these by 1 so I can actually focus on the floor press. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the floor pressing first, then shift to overhead, because it's kind of difficult to match the weights here so that they make sense. Because with this height, the floor pressing was really restricted in terms of the range of motion. It's already a limited range of motion, so don't want to make it any worse. Any worse than that. I think a tiny bit of getting some direct feedback on my stream. I'm gonna do a bit of percussive therapy here to open up some of these shoulders. They feel a bit teeny tiny bit tight. So sorry, that was probably a bit loud. Why am I so sore if I haven't done anything with these muscles? Oh, shit the bed. I've really kind of discovered that if you're doing percussive therapy, you don't want to do it too often because the effects are, to me, a bit diminishing. If your muscles are super used to it, then I don't know, like when you do it basically when you need it, I think that gives the best return on investment. There's a nice cadence between tightness and relief. So yeah, that's really my experience so far. I've had this for about a year. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna put on multi-stream chat because, again, otherwise I'm not seeing YouTube or Facebook, so... Oh, fuck me. Ooh, that's an achy forearm. Shit. At this stage, I want to inform Twitch that this is not pornographic content. It is asexual. Fuck. My bicep is pretty messed up. But yeah, like when you're a bit kind of sore and achy, this really kind of relieves a lot of tension. And if you do it all the time, then it really just doesn't, because you're in pretty good shape. But I think you get more bang for your buck, like return on investment is greater when you get a bit of relief from this. So I gotta try and open up some of these titties. Yeah. Yeah. So my traps are pretty okay. If you forget about the ever-existing tightness. I'm gonna work the back a bit just to help loosen me up overall. It is still pretty sore from the back workout we did the other day. I think I'm sort of inching closer to understanding my recovery. So, oh shit. If your back is super sore and you want to bench press or press anything, it's usually doesn't end well because you obviously need your back to support the pressing. So just a tiny bit of a absolute professional tip right there. Ugh. Okay, I'm trying really hard not to. Oh yeah, I should probably adjust the camera. I'm trying my hardest not to puke because I need to eat something quickly so I can do this workout. And I had 2 yogurts and they feel like they wish to now leave this body. Let's get in there. Yeah. All right. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's feeling really nice. So I'm gonna try and be smart here, which is a bit of a task for someone like me, but I'm gonna ramp up this slowly. Slowly to a workable weight. If I can do decent sets with the red weights over there, then I'll be pretty happy. So that would make it 77 kilos. And if I did decent sets with that volume wise, then that's pretty good. Pretty good for where I am right now. Could bump it up to 82 if I find it comfortable. I'm gonna grab a thingy from the different room. I'll be back in about a minute or so. Yeah. Good stuff. Hey, this is not a half bad angle. Nice. Let's do another set.
Hey.
I'm gonna be tripping here. Okay, so this was $57. So there's still a bit of a too big of a jump here. I think it's going to be a bit too aggressive, so I'm going to put on the blocks here. That's another 5 kilo. Which puts us at how much? 30, 57, 62. So not a crazy difference, but actually, well, yeah, 62 and then 77. So makes it 15 kilos. Not an ideal jump, but frankly, it's the best we have. So can't complain. The weather continues to be amazing here. Not that I really take it in or enjoy it. Well, actually, that's not true. Every day I walk to the garage and I look at the weather and I can't believe how beautiful it is. And it makes me so happy, just observing it for a moment. Hey, what's up, Mischief Managed? You're saying, me watching this while eating a big bowl of chocolate ice cream. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you know, you gotta eat big to get big. But whether you work out decides how you get big. So nothing wrong with a bit of ice cream. Nothing wrong. Is that your favorite flavor? It's like, to me, chocolate ice cream is a bit of like it's an enigma, because chocolate for me is kind of very dark and, you know, it tastes, what's the word? In Finnish, it's kind of like tunkainen, which means kind of, can't say, it's not musty. It's not musty, that's not the right word. It's kind of like very thick, dense, big, sort of heavy. But then chocolate is cold, which is obviously kind of refreshing. And it's kind of like, to me, it's a very strange mix of things. I love vanilla ice cream. Like, I'm super boring that way. And I especially like the vanilla ice cream that's kind of made in the old style, which is super good. And vanilla is kind of like, well, I guess vanilla itself isn't a refreshing taste either. So, I don't know. But yeah, chocolate ice cream makes me feel kind of heavy. I don't know. I don't know what it's like for you, but I'm pretty weird when it comes to sweet stuff, because I don't really like it that much. And it makes my blood sugar really like strange. Makes me feel weak. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna keep the reps here at 10 because because I feel pretty good, so I kind of want to conserve more of the reps for the actual working weight. So I'm like, the first time I'm gonna bench press properly after this, whatever this is, I am genuinely kind of concerned about how weak and shit I'm gonna be. And I'm like, my chest has really shrunk since I haven't been bench pressing properly. But I do have to say that it seems surprisingly good for what I expected. Like, there's a huge difference of not going full range of motion, which probably explains most of the muscle loss or strength loss, because like, before I knew how to lift properly, I wasn't doing proper range of motion, which is very common for beginners, and it's really one of the worst decisions you can make as a lifter. Like, sure, the weights are not crazy when you're starting out, which really makes you not do the full range of motion because it's harder, but it's really worth it. Like, forget about the weights, focus on the movement and doing it correctly, full range of motion, proper technique. You're gonna build so much more muscle and strength that way. What was the point of this? But yeah, I'm kind of, but yeah, I mean, when I really started to move the weights properly, that's when things really changed. And if I'm doing this kind of stuff, then I should really be moving more weight, because it's obviously there's less of a movement to do. And you know, sometimes people put partial reps or floor presses and then they do a bunch of weight. I don't know about floor presses, but definitely in a rack, if you do like you kind of basically start a bench here, which is kind of similar to the floor press. And then you kind of only press the partial movement. People load those movements very heavily to stimulate growth and yeah, kind of have a different stimulus and be able to move more weight, which hopefully, in theory, depending on everything that you're doing, you know, can help you grow. But here I'm actually working with less weight than I was bench pressing. I could, prior to this, do sets pretty comfortably with 100 kilos. So this isn't all that great, but this shouldn't be as bad as maybe I'm preparing for it to be. So yeah, I don't know, because last time I benched, I was so weak and I was so disappointed, because even 80 kilos was like, did not feel good. I felt I don't know, I think I felt stronger than that, and I felt like the muscles could handle a lot more. But I think because I hadn't been benching at that point for quite some time, it was quite alien to me. And I don't think my body it didn't feel like I had a lot of coordination there. So I think it wouldn't be as bad if I had a couple of weeks with it to get used to it. Because it really felt like my body was like, what the fuck is going on? This is so weird. But yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be taking it, you shouldn't be taking it too hard if you're getting back into lifting. So I can only maybe blame myself. But going back into a proper bench press, excuse me, should be better after at least doing this. Although this is a neutral grip bench, so I don't know. The point is, we're doing our best here with what we have, and we'll cross that bridge once we come to it. So let's see what this feels like. Yeah, that's heavy. Oh, yeah. Fuck me. That was a lot heavier than I expected. Yeah, I think like a lot of the, I don't know, a lot of the feel of it is, or should I say, a lot of the weight aspect of it is really dependent on the grip. Obviously these handles move a bit, and I do see it, I do feel it when I up the weight. But, and also my shoulder, left shoulder is not feeling particularly happy about this. So definitely gonna do the jump back in weight, because that was what, 7 or 8 reps. And I probably could have done without, I mean, if I secured my shoulder and didn't care about it, I could definitely push beyond 10. It's not, you know, I don't know. So, well, regardless, I'm disappointed. But I do want to focus on the hypertrophy aspect here. So this rep range is not what I'm looking for now, especially since I'm a bit banged up. So I really want to be working in the kind of 10 to 15 or even beyond it at this point rep range. So this is not what I want to be prescribing. So we're gonna jump back to this previous weight. Obviously we expended a fair bit of energy there, but if I can do probably at this stage 2 good sets with this, then I'll be pretty happy. I'll also see how this feels. If I'm kind of shot, then I'll try and do a couple of accessory overhead sets, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go into the overhead pressing, because I'm maybe just a tad bit too beat up for that. I mean, this putting these weights on is enough of a workout for me, apparently. Oh great, we didn't even have a proper angle there, but Maybe you saw something. I don't know. So not too bad. We're about less than a half an hour into the actual workout. That's pretty good. This stage, I'm gonna give up my Sith Lord cape. I'm gonna get ready to fight the Jedi. I'm gonna roll my sleeves like this. And now I look like I don't know, Kylo Ren, D-class Kylo Ren. And I'm gonna do this. Oh, we got to get the lighting. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I feel more or less recovered for the set here. Let's do it. Let's do this. I'm stuck. Okay, that was really solid. I felt really good. So, I think one more of those. That's probably going to be it for today because, again, I don't want to overdo this. Don't want to go overboard. If we're feeling good, then we can do some leg work tomorrow again. So that's the plan. Look at that angle. Look at that lighting. That's all lighting right there. Yeah. Make the lighting work for me. I don't have to actually get any gains. Just get like an overhead light and ooh, I'm pretty happy with how that feels. You know, 62 kg as a baseline is not horrible if you can really rack the reps with that, then that's not bad. So I'll be happy to take that at this stage. What's up? Okay, I'm gonna get this pronunciation right. Kung Durkslag. Kung Durkslag. Kung Durkslag. Oh, god damn it. I'm sorry, man, I butchered your name. What's up? Impressive beard gains. Thank you. That is the most important part of working out, you know. You gotta get the beard first, and then the numbers go up after that. So, yeah. What does your name actually mean? Is it like Swedish or Norwegian. Kung is king, right? And I don't know what the rest means. Glad you found your way here. Okay, let's go for the... Oh yeah, we gotta get the camera. I always forget about this. Can't wait to actually get the next setup going so that I don't have to do this kind of dumb shit. Okay. Let's try and get a similar kind of good set in, and then that'll be pretty good. Just gotta watch my left shoulder, make sure that I'm super planted to the ground. There. Yeah, that's good. I really want to be careful not to get any bounce off the plates and the rack or the plate, the fucking whatever you call those. One of those reps had a bounce, so I really kind of want to bring it to a stop. Almost like a flowy get stop and go from there. Okay, it means King Spaghetti Colander. What does colander mean? I have no idea. The thing you drain your pasta in. Okay. After it's boiled. Okay, I've learned something today. Kung Dorslag says, "Damn you strong." Well, I'm working on it. This is unfortunately, my current state is a husk of what I've been. This is I'm trying to work back up. But thanks for the kind words. Yeah, we're working to build this space up. Probably next month, I'm aiming to get a power rack here. Then we can start to do things like proper benching and stuff, and pull-ups and stuff like that. But I'll be going through some mysterious health thingies, so I'm trying to kind of figure out again how to build up my strength without bumping into those things. But yeah, I'm pretty happy where we are right now, all things considered. Gung Durslag says, I'm a chef, so silly name. I like it. It's not bad. Plus, you taught me what colander is. I don't think I've ever heard that word, which is very strange considering 32 years on this planet being bilingual in English. So I don't know. Good. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, what kind of a chef are you? Like, what kind of food do you cook at your current job? I guess pasta would be one of those things, but I'm thinking that as a kind of a finisher for today, I am probably gonna overhead Z press the bar. Just the bar, not this, only 27 kilos, which would make it about 13.5 per arm, which isn't actually completely horrible. So, well, I could actually, I guess, could over press it here. Well, I don't want to risk with the ceiling, but yeah, just press a bit as a finisher, maybe for the triceps more than anything else. But yeah, just see if that is of any utility. If it's a bit, if it seems a bit worthless, then I'm just gonna ditch it. But the hardest thing here is getting into position. That's enough. I really kind of, although I'm feeling great right now and I could keep pushing and pushing, I'm gonna have to pay for it tomorrow. So usually I only, that's very noisy, I'm sorry about that. Almost broke a mirror. Yeah, I usually need to stop my workouts when I feel that I'm more or less at the peak of it, when my energy begins to go down. So that's that's where we are right now. You love Z-press. It's a really fun exercise, especially for people who haven't done it ever, because it feels so like surely this can't be as difficult as it is. But first of all, it puts your hips in a very demanding position, puts your core in a demanding position. So yeah, it's a really good one. And it's kind of, if you've been overhead pressing, it feels kind of shocking how much more challenging it is. And obviously I'm doing it here because I don't have any other option. I only have the floor here. So yeah, I'm putting these floor rubber mats back in place because they are my makeshift rack at the moment. But yeah, I mean, at least makes me grateful to have the rack at some point, and probably makes me appreciate it more and so forth. Oh Lord. Okay, we have come to the end of this session. Not bad, all things considered. Pretty good workout. Kung says, I got lazy during the pandemic. Used to do quite a lot of strongman stuff. Now I'm just doing 10 by 10 workouts 4 times a week to get back into shape. Yeah, that sounds quite similar to me. Although I haven't done, first of all, I love strongman. It's probably my favorite style of training. And I haven't done a lot of the strongman specific implements like Atlas stones and yeah, stuff like. I love carrying heavy shit with the X bar. That's why I actually have it, because you can you know, do a lot of like basically farmers carry with this. Obviously it's connected, so it's not as difficult, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I like the core elements of the strongman style of training, which is really speaks a lot to me. Like, you want to be strong, but you also want to do a ton of volume. You want to have good conditioning in relation to big weights, and yeah, that really feels the best to me, although I haven't done a lot of like Atlas stones and obviously truck balls. Pretty difficult to arrange those. Well, I guess not so if you have a truck around or your neighbor does, but yeah. But hey, if you're doing 10 by 10 4 times a week, that's pretty good. But yeah, right now I'm sort of like, before the health stuff got, well, when it peaked, when it was the worst, that's when I was at my strongest, and I was on a really upwards trajectory because I was really aggressively training. And you know, I love strength training, but at the same time I'm not sure if my system can take it really well. And also I was sort of like, it demands so much from you to get like strong, like that's a lifestyle thing. So I don't know, like right now I feel like I just want to go hard into hypertrophy, really, you know, stack on muscle, for a number of reasons. I want to look bigger, I want to be bigger, but also I want to get more muscle because metabolically it's so healthy. Like it's one of the healthiest things you can do to gain muscle. So I really want to pack on a bit more, well, quite a bit more. I'd love to be 100 kilos and relatively not lean, not in the sense that people usually talk about it, but you know, reasonable body fat. I'm afraid I won't become the next Diogo Ahola. Dude, I'm not big or strong enough for that. But yeah, I want to pack on a good amount of muscle. I've never done like a dedicated hypertrophy training type, so I really want to go hard into that, see how much I can build, and then see where I'm at health-wise, and you know, who knows. But I definitely, like, if there's no strength component in what I'm doing, you're missing out on an aspect of life, like, period. Like, testing your strength, it just feels so invigorating. So yeah, you can do a lot of the movements with gym equipment. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I love the kind of the training methodology and principle of strongman, because I mean, these dudes are strong and they're huge. So obviously that speaks a lot to me. That kind of, because they do a ton of volume. Like, they clearly do hypertrophy, or they clearly gain hypertrophy, you know, benefits from their workouts, but obviously they don't care about body fat all that much and stuff like that. But yeah, you can definitely do most of it with just gym equipment as well. Kung says, I need my crazy endurance and stamina back from walking like 15k steps every day. Damn, do you really walk that much in the kitchen? Well, I guess you're like really super busy and then you have to go back and forth. So yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Yeah, I think for me, like, the cardio component is still a bit of a mystery, because I really don't like walking on a treadmill or on a bicycle. It seems like I don't want to spend my life doing that. So for me, it's better to have a sport that I enjoy doing, a sport that's fun, and then, you know, then it just kind of flies by because you're having fun. So some kind of a sport that is really stimulating to the brain and is fun to do, and then the cardio takes care of itself. So I still need to figure out how I'm going to do that. I used to go for walks here in the woods, but it's it's not quite intensive enough. Even if the terrain is kind of, we have a bit of hills here and kind of, you know, valleys and those kind of things, but it's not quite the same. And you also kind of need to consider how much, like, those kind of walks too do take a bit out of you. So I don't know. You feel like you have no work capacity in your muscles anymore. 10 by 10 is great to get back. Yeah, that's for sure. Like one of the things that I'm thinking about as well, because I was pretty strong when I was at my peak before, but my working capacity was pretty piss poor. Like I could, you know, I would do, you know, singles and threes and fives, and I would cycle those around. And I would do a lot of sets because I would just do many different exercises. And usually I'm at my best, like I can do the most work when I do a lot of exercises, but I only do a bit of work in each. And that kind of accumulates the volume for me. But I could definitely see that my work capacity was pretty bad back then, because I was, you know, buffering into kind of a strength plateau. So yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here as well. Obviously now I'm doing mostly sets of like 10 to 15. I don't really like to go beyond that because it kind of feels a bit redundant for me right now, but yeah, I definitely want to improve my cardiovascular health and then, you know, work capacity, because, you know, because of the previous plateaus. Swimming after sauna, I guess you could, yeah, during the summer certainly. Oh, I mean, you could swim during the winter. Not that there's a lot of water to swim in, but there's actually a small pool right here behind the window, so I have no excuses. You have to swim in circles because it's not that big, but but okay, a few things. I suck at swimming, I really do, and yeah, my cardio is so bad that it, like, swimming is so hard because you have to use your entire body and you're underwater. You have to hold your breath and be really good at taking breaths. And then if your technique sucks, then it's many times harder than it would be otherwise. So swimming is brutal. Like, I have the utmost respect for swimmers because that is some hard work you gotta do. So it's tough stuff. But yeah, I have such limited equipment here that I just kind of, I do what I can at this stage. So, but I can't wait to get the power rack and get a pulley, because that's a really good one, especially if you don't want to tax yourself a crazy amount in terms of your nervous system. And yeah, I respond to a pulley pretty well as well. So Kung says, my current plan is 12 weeks, maybe 10 if I get problems with joints from the volume. Then I'm going for a low volume strength program for 8 weeks and hopefully land on some 5x5 style after that. Sounds pretty solid. Do you have like do you have a specific program you got from somewhere, or is it just like your own what do you call it? Custom made by yourself? Yeah, that, for me, cycling, obviously the programs is also a really good idea. I think one of the main problems for me is if I go to the gym and I feel super, if the workouts seem really tedious and repetitive, and if I go and work on something and think, oh, not this shit again, then it's not working for me. Like, And for me, like the more I cycle what I do, the actual exercises, and basically everything, you know, every aspect of working out, then the better it's usually going to be for me, because I get bored really easily, and I get you know, sort of tedious and frustrated pretty quickly as well. So it's I know it's not a good thing, but it's also, a lot of it does come from my temperament, and you know, I'm really patient with a lot of things in my life. But you know, when, like, if you're going to the gym and I'm thinking, oh fuck, like bench pressing again, then I know it's not going to be a good workout. And I say that in the context of doing it nonetheless. Like I've done that for years, but it's really like, I know I'm much better off doing a different exercise, like dips or overhead pressing or any kind of, even an incline press, like keeping it fresh, keeping it exciting. And I'm usually, oh, there's a bit of a pipe running on the side. But yeah, it's if I can't remember the last time I did the exercise, that's a good thing. Like I need that stimulus. I need to be doing something that I haven't been doing for a while. Kung says, I used to buy programs when I was younger, but it's been many years since I bought one. I guess it's a combination of experience and what I enjoy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, by now, I don't know how long you've been working out, but it's after a while, you certainly don't need to. And it's kind of challenging to find, once you go past, I'd say like an intermediate point, then it becomes harder to find, because you kind of want to find a specific coach or program for you, and someone who understands the specifics of what you're going through. And then it begins to make more sense. So that's kind of where I am right now. But I think there's so much that I can still do with the knowledge that I have. I'm probably gonna get some kind of custom program maybe in the autumn, but I just probably first I want to get back to my baseline and then look at it again. So bands, fat grips, neck harness, wrist grip equipment. Great way to switch it up for me. Yeah, sure, for sure. It's I actually do love this hex bar, because this has these 3 different types of handles. So you got the thin, you got like a medium, and then you have the fat grip here. I've been using the fat grips almost entirely since I got that, because why not? I mean, when it gets heavy, if it gets heavy, then I just switch to the other ones. But yeah, that's why I want to have the power rack, and I want to have a sufficient amount of stuff so that there's variety. Because if I'm dreading what I'm doing that day, it's over. And you know, for me, this is supposed to be fun. So I do have goals. I want to be bigger. I want to be stronger, but I want to be having fun here. If I'm not having fun, then the workout is probably shit, and then it's, you know, kind of pointless for me. So fancy bar. Yeah, this is pretty nice. This is from Sportcraft, Finland. I can show you the name on the plate here. I think you can, obviously, I don't know where you live, but I think they ship all over the place. And they also have like a US branch, I think. But yeah, this hex bar is Sportcraft as well, and this is not actually too expensive. This is about 250 euros, maybe 270, but yeah, it's been really good. And this is the first thing I got because you can do deadlifts with it. You can obviously do Romanian deadlifts. You can do the rows. And actually, I prefer this for rows because, yeah, first of all, the neutral grip is pretty good. But obviously, because there's no bar in between, so you can actually be dead center in the point of what do you call it? Kind of the balance. You're not behind the bar, but you're actually center sort of mass. So that's really good. And also you can, when you're in the center freely, you can kind of adjust your position to hit different parts of your back as well. Obviously you can do pressing with this. You have to put your arm through the through the handle. It's not ideal, but yeah, if the weight isn't anything crazy, then you can handle it. Yeah, I also do rows with it. Let me just show really quick. I usually put something under this leg here, but I pretty much take this and row like with a kind of a landmine style, you know. So it's surprisingly diverse if you're willing to go through a bit of hassle. How many kilos is the bar? It's 27 kilos. I think that's what they at least put on the site. Yeah, power belly friendly for sure. But yeah, I really love hex bars, like, or trap bars, whatever you call it. I think this one is like an open hex bar because the other side is open. So, but they're really good. Like, I see no reason why I want to deadlift with anything else because it makes more sense to my brain. And also I got tight hips and a bit of a shitty low back, so the bar is, you know, not ideal. But I would use both if I had both right now. But it's an amazing bar. And also I love the fact that you can do farmer's carry with this. You can just grab it, put a ton of weight on and walk. And it's amazing. So it's probably one of the most diverse bars you can really have. So really recommend this. And I think Eleiko was maybe, I don't know, the first one. I know they had an open hex bar, but or still do. But I think that was the first one I saw. But it's like, I think it's at least double the price, if not like 3 times the price. It's crazy expensive. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 800 euros. So I don't know, this is crazy cheap. And this is also better because it has the different handle types. So it's really nice. I really love how it's training my grip as well. I definitely have a better grip now than before that. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with it. Pressing with a neutral grip as well, like a Swiss bar or log press. Yeah, that's a really good point as well. I think they could come up with a different solution, how to kind of I don't know, lock these rotating handles in place, because they do rotate, and you, like, if you want it to be as stable as possible, you got to put your hand through here and grab the handle you want to have. So it's not definitely ideal, or I'd say super safe for pressing, but if the weight isn't a lot, then it's fine. But I wouldn't, like, even when I was floor pressing close to 80 kg with that, it doesn't feel good. Like, I would not risk it. So if you're doing like overhead press stuff, definitely get like a Swiss bar or a log. So it's pretty close to perfect, but not quite there. So buy one sock from LAGO and declare bankruptcy. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't like. It's so expensive. That's why I love this company, because it's all of the stuff is good, and it's reasonably priced. So, and they're Finnish, so I'm happy to help a fellow countryman, or support. I'm not helping them, supporting their stuff. Yeah, the pressing is really the only weakness with this. And also, obviously, squatting is a bit of a problem. You can squat with this, again, if the weight isn't super high, because you can, let me see if I can make this happen here. You can put your hands through, okay, this is a bit awkward. You can put your hands through here and kind of hold it as a neutral grip. And then you can obviously, squat from here, but it's not not the best. And obviously without a rack, it's a bit of a risk. But it's better than absolutely nothing. So if you're willing to fiddle about for a moment, then it's better than nothing. Yeah, gotta buy local. Yeah, it's always fun, because I was looking at stuff from Rogue, obviously. It's good stuff. There is an office here in Finland, so they ship locally. But I don't know, they have so many problems with the supply chain, or like having stuff, and it is a bit more expensive. The shipping is super expensive. So I got kind of bored at trying to find the right stuff for the right price. And then I found Sportcraft, and to me it's a no-brainer. So yeah, looks like a risky front squat. Yeah. Yeah, it's if you go with the bar weight, which obviously isn't a great squat weight, but if you're doing like a bunch of reps, then sure, it's not bad. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna hit the shower, get some food, and then I'm gonna do some video editing. So thanks for hanging out today. It was a lot of fun. Consider following the channel if you want to jump in and chat another day. Kung says, I think Rogue is getting too big. When the demand is high, is this high, the quality will probably drop or prices increase even more. Yeah, I've even seen, like, during the time that I've been eyeing their stuff, it's getting more expensive and more expensive. And then if you see something you want to get, you just kind of have to buy it immediately, because it's probably not going to be in stock soon. And also, I'm not super like a big fan of. It is kind of getting too big in the sense that, like, getting customer service and getting like personalized service seems a bit dull or difficult. So I don't know. But yeah, this is a really small company. I've spoken with the dude who founded it, but I can't imagine it's many people. But yeah, it's been a good experience. So cool. All right, thanks for the follow. I'll see you around when we happen to match schedules. But yeah, more working out coming in the future. Hopefully getting the power rack next month. So well, actually, yeah, it's probably going to be next month. Maybe this month. Who knows? All right. Shower, food, take care. Nice to hang out with you, and take care. finished.